Okay, in last class we saw about the how to take the leveling. Sorry, doing the calculation with respect to time methods. Okay, so just we'll go through it once. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So in HI method, what we were doing, he will give some readings. Okay, like backside, foreside, intermediate sides. Okay, so and he will give the initial RL. Then what we have to do, we have to determine the respect to RLs. Okay, these RLs for these stations. Okay, okay. So for example, they have this is the first reading. Okay, first reading always it will be in the back side, then it will be intermediate side, and if you are doing any change of point, then we will have the foresight. Then again after foresight it will come to the back side. After back side again it will be foresight. Change of point means foresight, again back side, intermediate side, and the last reading it will be the fourth side. Okay, so and he will give the initial RL of the first station. If not given, you can assume it as 100 or 50. Okay, so how we done the calculations? First, the given RL, for that we will add what we will add. We will add the height of the sorry backside. We will add the backside, so we will get the height of the instrument. By after getting height of the instrument, we need the RL for the station. What station B? So what we will do? HI minus the intermediate side, we will get the RL. Again HI minus the fourth side, we will get the RL. And when your reading is in the back side, what we should do? We should add the RL to the back side, then we will get the height of the instrument. Again we are deducting this one, again we are deducting, we will get the respective RL. So same here also, adding the backside. After adding the backside, we will deduct this one, we will get the RL. We will deduct this one, we will get the RL for the respective stations. Later, how to check whether we have done correctly or not? Okay, how we will do check? That is summation of backside, summation of sorry, summation of backside minus summation of foresight. Means all the things in the backside, what you do, you just add it. Okay, and in the foresight whatever it is there, you just add it. So you will get some readings XYZ. Here you will get PQR. So what you do, just foresight minus backside minus foresight, you will get 0.15. Again similarly, what you should do, last RL minus first RL, last RL minus first RL. Okay, after doing that you will get 0.15. These both should be same, then only the procedure we have done is correct. This is what we have done in the height of the instrument. Okay, in last class I shown you one example that to go in a reverse order. If you have not understood this one, I will explain here how to do this one. Actually these type of questions they will not ask in the exam. Okay, but in competitive exam these One second, the system is hanging. Okay, so these types of questions will not be asked in your examination, but for your competitive exam point of view, I'm explaining this one example. So here he has given the benchmark for this one, okay, for last station, and he has entered everything. Initially in our problem, what it was, we were getting the RL at the starting point only. So what we have done, we have taken the height of the instrument, we have added the back side. After getting the height of the instrument, we gone subtracting the things to get the respective RLs, okay, for respective stations. But here, instead of giving RL here, he has given the RL at the last station. Okay, so he's telling that determine the station RL at the station P. So how we have to do? The thing is same, nothing much complicated is there, but we have to go in a reverse order. Okay. Now see here, this is your tabular column. Okay, back side is there, intermediate side, force side, height of the instrument, RL. Okay, and here your remarks. Now the readings are like this: 1.622, 1.874, 2.03. We have given the readings. So all the site work has been completed. Now you have to do the office work, that is determining the height of the instrument and determining the RL. So here you can see at the last position, that is 83.50. Sorry, 83.50 benchmark he has given, and these are the given things. So this is not given, this is not given, this is not given, this is not given, and this is not given. Then how we will determine? So here we want to determine the height of the instrument. So after getting height of the instrument, we will get the RL here. Okay. So what we are doing, 83.50 plus what we are doing, we are adding 2.036. What we will get? We will get the height of the instrument. In previous problem, what we have done, we have subtracted the intermediate side and force side to get the RL. But here what we are doing, instead of subtracting, we are adding, because we are going in a reverse order. So 83.50 plus 2.036. What we have got? We have got the intermediate, sorry, height of the instrument. Once you get height of the instrument, then it is very simple to get the RLs. Okay, so I will erase this one. So here we have got the height of the instrument. Now how you will determine the height of the instrument, RL? Here 83.539. okay, and here we have back side. Okay, in previous problem for back side, what we were doing, we were adding, but here in this problem for back side, what we are doing, we are subtracting. Okay, because we are going in a reverse order. So 85.539 minus 1.906, how much you are getting? 83.630. okay, now how to determine this one? Again same procedure, that is height of the instrument minus the force side, we will get the RL. Okay, if there are any intermediate one, if not, it is already given, so it is not necessary to determine the RL. Okay, now see here, we have got the RL here, but we don't have the height of the instrument. Correct? Once I will clear this one. Okay, so this RL he has given. What we have done here, we have just added the force side, we have got the height of the instrument. With the help of this height of the instrument, what we have done, we have subtracted the back side, so we have got the RL for this point. So up to this point everything is done. Now again here we have back side. Correct? Here we have back side, means here we have to determine the height of the instrument. How we will determine the height of the instrument? This RL, that is 83.630. okay, add this one, sorry, this one 2.824, so you will get the height of the instrument. So we are going in a reverse order. Once you get this RL, what we are doing, we are subtracting the backside. So we will get the RL of that point. Okay. So up to this point we have completed. Now we have to see the backside. Okay. Here we have backside. Correct. If here we have backside means here we have to determine the height of the instrument. So how we will determine height of the instrument? That is 85.470 plus you have to add this one, that is 1.122. Once you add 1.222, you will get the height of the instrument. Okay. See, now here we have got the height of the instrument. Okay. Now we need RL of at this point. What do you do? That is 86.592 minus this one. So we will get the RL. Now here we have the height of the instrument and here we have the backside. So what we will do? We will subtract height of the instrument minus 2.032. We will get the RL at this point. Okay, we are going in a reverse order. Now here we have got the RL. Okay, what we will do? We will add fourth side, that is 1.780. We will get the height of the instrument, that is 86.340. Then what you do? Just subtract the back side. So you will get the RL. Again, what you do? For this RL, what you do? Just add the fourth side. After adding, you will get the height of the instrument. With help of this height of the instrument, what you do? We just minus it. So ultimately, what we will get? We will get the height of the RL at station P. Okay. See, in previous problem, see, I will divide this one. Okay. So in normal time, what we have done? We have added the back side and we have subtracted the fourth side to get the height of the instrument and RL. Okay. So in this problem, it means in reverse order, what we are doing here, we have added, we have subtracted. Okay. So here what we will do, here we will subtract the back side if you are going in a reverse order, and we will add the intermediate side and fourth side to get the respective height of the instrument and reduced level. Okay. This is how we will go in the height of the instrument. So the next type one is rise and fall method. Okay. This is also very simple one, but we have to take little bit care while solving the numericals. So see here, they have given the staff reading and everything. The tabular column remains same. Only two columns will change, that is station, backside, intermediate side, and fourth side. The site work remains same. Here instead of we have whether the ground is rising or whether the ground is falling. Okay, we will determine only instead of height of the instrument, we are taking rise and fall. Okay, then this remains same RL and remarks. Okay. See here above he has given the staff reading. Okay. So this is for backside, for intermediate, and here you can see change of point. So in change of point, here it will be the in the fourth side, and the very next reading it will be in the backside. Again, intermediate side, fourth side, backside, intermediate side, and fourth side. The last reading will be in the fourth side. Okay. Now here he will give some RL. Okay. So what you have to do? It is very simple. What you do? Just go in a diagonal way. That is previous one, next preceding one. This is the previous one, and this is the preceding one. That means the very next one. Pichle wala, aage wala reading. Okay. What you do? Just 0. 0.4 minus 0.765 or 0.4 minus 0.765. If you get in 0.365, you have got 0.365. If you get a negative, then the ground will be falling. Okay, how to visualize this one? Very simple. See, this is my ground level. Okay, I have kept my instrument here. Okay, so when I take the reading at the upper level, the reading will be, see, 0.2. I will go for this one, 0.400. I have got the reading. Okay, now at this point I will call this one as station B. Okay, station B. So when I have kept my station staff here, see, your scale went downward, but the instrument is at the top level only. So when you took the reading, it is showing 765. Okay, means you can just visualize here, the ground level is here, and at the station B the ground level is here, means the ground is what, it is falling. So we have got the negative, so we will write in the falling one. Okay, suppose say that somewhere I went here and I have kept my instrument here. So when I took the reading, it is showing 0.1, means it will come in the rising. Compare this one and this one. Okay, it is in a rising way. So what you have to do, just previous minus preceding one, 0.4 minus 0.765. You have got in negative, so what you do, just write in a falling way. Next, 0.765 minus 1.270. You have got negative, so write it in the following. So 1.270 minus 2.560. You have got negative, so write it here. Again, 2.560 minus 3.220. We have got negative, so write it 0.660. Okay, then this minus this, how much it is? 3.220 minus 3.950. We have got negative, so write it here. Similarly, 0.390 minus 1.690. We have got negative, so write it here. Again the same procedure. So here the ground is slope. Okay, it indicates that the ground is like this. So we have got all the readings as negative only. Okay, see what you do, just this minus this, just go on minusing. But what you do, what you should not do, foresight and intermediate side, neither you should add or you should subtract, just ignore that one. What you go, just go in diagonal way. Okay, don't go in a horizontal way. So if you get positive, write it in the riser column. If you get falling, you write it in the falling column. Okay, then what you have to do, see, we have got RL. Fall means it is negative, rise means it is positive. What you do, 100, it all the readings are in falling only. Therefore 100 minus 0.365, we have got RL. 99 minus 0.505, we have got the RL. Next, this minus this one. Next, this minus this one, you will get the reading. Next, this minus this, you will get. Okay, I will explain once again. See, here they will give RL, it may be 100 or it may be some other figures. What you do, if it is, so the next we want the RL for the station B. So we will see whether it is rising or falling. Okay, it is not there here, it is falling, then what we will do, we will subtract. So we will get the RL. Next, what we want the RL for the station C. So previous RL, and we will see whether it is rising or falling. So it is falling here, we will subtract, we will get the reading. Subtract, we will get the reading. Subtract, we will get the reading. Subtract. So the procedure goes on this. Okay. Now, how to check whether we have done correct or not? It will be the same. Okay. That is summation of backside, or add all the readings in the backside column. Okay, and add all the readings in foresight column. So you will get some figure. Now here the last RL minus initial RL, you will get one figure. Okay, so these both should be same. Okay, here you can add rising minus falling. Okay, you can check like this. Okay, I hope everyone have understood. Here it is very simple. In height of the instrument, it is little bit complicated where we have to add and where we have to subtract. Here it is very simple. The reading will be given. What you do? Just previous minus preceding, and this here it will be previous minus preceding, previous minus preceding, previous minus preceding, next previous minus preceding. Then you have to come here, previous minus preceding, previous minus preceding, previous minus preceding, previous minus preceding, and previous minus preceding. If you get positive, write it here. If you get negative, write it here. Okay. So this is how we will calculate the levels or reduced levels for respective stations. Okay. Okay. Here we have another problem. See the readings they have given. Okay, and change of point they have given. Now this is first reading, second reading, third reading, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, see here he has mentioned change of point. Okay, here also he has mentioned change of point. Now we will go step by step. So the first reading, what we will do, we will write in the back side. Okay. Second reading, whether it is change of point, no. So we will write it in the intermediate side. Whether the third is the change of side, no. So we will write it here. Fourth one is change of point is there, so we will write it in the fourth side. And in remark, we will write change of station point or change of station. You can write CP or CS. So the very first reading, it will be in the back side. So we will write it here. Next, see the sixth reading, whether he has mentioned anything, nothing. So we will write it here. Next, see. And here, when you come for the ninth reading, he has mentioned change of point. Change of point means this will be the last reading. We will mention it here. So change of point. And the next reading, the 10th reading, it will come in the back side. Okay. And here he has not mentioned anything. The 12th reading, always the last reading, it will be in the fourth side. Okay. This is how you will enter in the tabular column. Okay. So we have done all the site work. Okay. Now we have left with the office work. Okay. Or table work. So initially he will give some RL, either it may be any figure. If not, you can take it as 100. And in surveying, you should write up to 3 decimal, that is 100.000. Whether it is after 3 decimals of 0, you should mention 000. Okay. Now, see, here we have got the RL. In rise and fall method, what we should do? Previous minus preceding. That is 2.65 minus 1 plus 745. We have got positive, so we will write it in the rising column. Means your you have kept the instrument at station A and the ground is little bit higher. Okay, so we will write it in the rise column. Next, previous minus preceding, that is 1.745 minus 0.625. It is again positive, so we will write it in the rising column. Now we should go diagonally, that is 0.625 minus 0.260. We have got positive, that is 0.6 minus 0.2, it is positive only. Okay, so we will get in the riser column. Now here 2.525 minus 2.160, that is greater minus lesser. Again we will get in the, we will get positive, so we will write in the riser column. Next, previous minus preceding 2.160. 1 second, I will close the window. Okay, that is 2.160 minus 1.235. Again higher minus lower, we will get positive, so we will write in the riser column. Next, previous minus preceding, it is positive, we will write in the riser column. Now see, previous minus preceding, we are going in a diagonal way, that is 0.625 minus 1.790. We will get a negative, that is lower number minus higher number. What we are getting lower, sorry, here I have missed this one, that is 0.87 minus 1.365. okay, that is lower minus higher, it is negative, so we will write in the falling one. Here it is 0.625 minus 1.79, it is again negative, we will write in a falling way. Again 1.79 minus 2.535, so it is negative, and again, so okay, this one, this is negative. Okay, so this is how we do the calculation. So once you get the rise and fall, then the remaining part is very simple. What you do, here you have RL, okay, 100. See, the rising column, it is positive, the falling column, it is negative. Therefore 100 plus 0.905, it will be 100.905. Again 100.905 plus 1.12, it will be 102.025. Now again 102.025 plus 0.365, again it will be this much. Okay, similarly go on doing the calculation. Now here 104.045 minus, see it is in a falling one, you do minus, you will get 103.55. again 103.55, again negative, so we will get the RL. Subtract this this RL from this one, you will get the RLs. Okay, similarly it goes on. So this is how we do the calculations. And once you want to check, means that is summation of backside, summation of foresight. You will get one reading, rise, summation of rise and summation of fall, you will get the readings. So you have to check all these three parameters. So the thing is that be careful while entering these data in the tabular column, whether it is rising or falling. Okay, if I draw the diagram, the ground profile is like this. Okay, again it is falling. If I call this one as station A up to station H, okay, it is rising. After that, up to station K, it is falling. Here it is rising, means this much it is rising and this much the ground is falling. Okay, this is how we do the calculation. Find the RLs with the help of rise and fall. Okay, anybody having doubt here? Anybody having doubt? Anybody having doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
Am I audible?
No, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Okay, here also we have one example. They have given the readings. Okay. We will get falling. This minus this we will get negative. Again, this minus this we will get negative. And finally this one. Okay. We have got the RL here. Instead of giving 100, he has given 50. Therefore, this minus this we will get the go on subtracting all the RLs. Okay. So after that, what you do? Go for check. Okay, see whether you are getting positive, all the values are same or not. Okay, this is how we do in rise and fall method. So take this screenshot. Okay, just take the screenshot of example 9.1. It will be your homework or assignment. You have to solve both by rise and fall method and by height of the instrument method. Okay, just take the screenshot of example 9.1. Take the example 9.3. Okay, what you do, just solve by rise and fall method and by height of the instrument method. Okay, solve by both the methods. You should get the RL same. Okay. Yes, this one 9.3. Just take the screenshot. I hope you have taken the screenshot for both the questions. Solve it by height of the instrument and solve it by the level, so rise and fall method. Okay, and cross check whether you are getting the same levels or not. Okay. In last class, I have given one assignment. Please everyone sit with calculator. I'll check whether it is correct or not. So the question was like this. We have got the back side, intermediate side, force side, and the RL was 100. Okay. So see, RL it is 100. Add to 100 plus 2.865, we will get 108.2. Sorry, 102.865. So height of, we have got the height of the instrument. Now anyone minus 1.2 0.86 sorry 865 minus intermediate side. Check whether you're getting the same one or not. Until I will bring the calculator. So it is 102.865 minus 3.660. How much we are getting? 99.205. Okay, it is correct. Now again 102.865 minus 4 side. Okay, this one, that is 2.905. How much we are getting? 99.960. Correct. Now here we have change of point. Who have sent me, just write it in the remark. Okay, change of point. Okay, CP1 CP2 like that. So for this RL, what we are going to do, we are going to add the back side. Okay, that is 99.960 plus 1.850. We are ending with 101.81. Okay, correct. Now with this height of the instrument, we are minusing the intermediate side, that is 3.1. We are getting 98. Correct. Okay. Now again 101.810 minus 2.620. We are getting 99.19. Correct. Okay. Then again we have, here we have back side. So for this RL, we will add the back side. So we will get the height of the instrument. That what is the back side? That is 1.85. Sorry, 1.585. We are getting 100.775, correct? And for this one, we are deducting 0.960. That is 99.815, correct? For 100.775 minus 1.425. Okay, we are getting 99.350. Okay, this is correct. Who has done and sent me? This is correct. And Chuck. Okay, Chuck is also correct. Okay, no problem. So try to solve the numericals. So I have given the two numericals. Okay. So solve it by both height of the instrument and rise and fall method. Okay. So we will next we will go for the reciprocal leveling. Numerical on reciprocal leveling. Very easy one. We have seen about differential leveling, stepping leveling. Okay. Next reverse. Yeah. Reciprocal leveling. Yeah. Here we have reciprocal leveling. Directly going to the reciprocal leveling, here we have two errors. Okay, just I will explain it here only. We have figure also. Okay, here we have two errors. One is curvature error and another one is refraction error. Okay, at starting stage only I have said you, if the surveying is area it is more than 250 square kilometer, then we will consider the actual curvature of the earth. If not, we will consider earth as a flat. Okay, if he says that, if he mention anything that determine the levelings for station B or station A, whatever, and also consider the effect of curvature and refraction. Curvature, if he says what is effect of curvature here, the problem which we have solved right now, those problem we have considered earth as a completely flat. Okay, but if he says consider the actual shape of the earth, curvature of the earth, then we have some formula, very simple formula. So we should go for the curvature calculations. And what is refraction? So air have some densities. Okay, it behaves like a mirror. Okay, so the air get a refraction of the light. Okay, not a reflection, refraction. Okay, means bending of light rays. Okay, so we have to consider that one also. So here we have two errors which he usually asks in the determining the reciprocal levelings for station B or station A. Okay. For curvature correction, we have minus 0.07849 into d square. Okay. For refraction error, we have 0.01121. So we will see in the numericals. I will give you some formulas also. And the calculations are very simple. I think it is in PPT. It is here. You can write it down. See, effect of curvature and refraction. Okay. Now we were solving that. We assumed that the earth is completely flat and we took the reading directly. Okay. So if he says take the actual curvature of the earth, means actually our line of sight was like this, but the real it will be like this inclined one. Okay, some angle will be there. So that will be the curvature effect. Refraction effect means, see here I have kept my instrument. Okay, here there is a star. Okay, and here the gap, what you see here, it is gap is there now. So here it is a air medium. Okay, so when you see the rays, it may get refracted by some angles. Okay, so we won't get the actual reading. Actually these corrections we will take in a highly precise surveying. Okay, in normal surveying we won't take, means like in surveying in apartments, build the residential buildings, like that we won't take. But in road surveying on, if this distance between the staff and the instrument it is greater, means we will take the curvature effect. Okay, so here one curvature effect and another one is the bending of rays. So we will consider both the corrections. So for long sight the curvature of earth can affect the staff readings. Okay, the line of sight is horizontal but the level line is curved, means our ground it is not flat, it is curved. Okay, and parallel to the mean spheroidal shape of the earth, means our earth is in a spheroidal shape. The vertical distance between the line of sight and the line at the particular place is called as curvature correction. Okay, the effect of curvature is to cause the object sighted to be appear lower. Okay, this is very important, this point is very important, he may ask in the MCQs also. Okay, the effect of curvature, remember this one. The effect of curvature is to cause the object sighted, means the stuff which you are seeing. Okay, objects sighted to appear lower than they really are. Okay, it is flat one and this little bit curved one. Okay, what they appear lower. Okay, this is flat and this is parallel in shape. So if you compare these two it appears little bit lower. Okay, so in curvature effect what we are subtracting the levels that we are taking. Okay, the curvature correction is always sub subtractive. That is true staff reading, it is equals to true staff reading observed staff reading minus this one. Okay, that is, say you have got staff reading as while doing this one we have got staff reading as 1.005. okay, we have got staff reading this one. If he says go for the curvature correction, what we will do, we will deduct this one. Okay, that is 0.0785 d square. What is d? It is the distance between the machine or instrument and the staff. Okay, it will be in terms of kilometers. Okay. After deducting that I have got two, say it is 0.1.005 minus correction was 0.005. After doing all the correction I have got true reading as 1.000 meter. Okay, this is the effect due to the curvature. See here you can see this one. So this is the actual reading what we have got, that is 0.005, but actually it is how much, 1 meter. How much correction was there? It was 0.005. Always remember the curvature effect, it will be negative. Okay, next, due to refraction. Okay, not reflection. Reflection means bouncing back. Refraction means bending of light rays. If you pass a light to any material medium it will bend. Okay, either it may bend upward or it may bend downwards. Okay, so this is refraction of light. Reflection means it will bounce and it will get reflected back. Okay, now we will go for the refraction. The ray of light passes through layers of air, okay, of a different densities and refractor bent downwards. He says that the light bent downward. Okay. The effect of refraction is to make objects appear higher than they are really. Okay. The refraction varies considerably with the climatic condition. During rainy season, during summer season, and during winter season, we have different densities. So, how it is corrected? And it is always a additive one. The correction for refraction, it is CR equals to 0.0112 d square. Okay, and we should add to the staff reading. Okay, the refraction is always additive. So suppose if you have got observed reading, it is how much 1.000, and refraction error is how much, it is 0.005. Okay, the true reading will be 1.000 plus 0.005, which is equals to true reading will be 1.005. Okay, in previous problem we have subtracted, here we are adding. Okay, see here, you can see this is the reading. This is where we have got means the rays has been bended. Okay, it has been bended, and we have got the reading as 0.00. Okay, how much correction it is? It is 0.005. Okay, and the true reading will be 1.005. Okay, like this. Just remember. Just if you want, you can take down the formula. It is already given in. I have already shared you the PPT. It is there. Okay. Otherwise, just remember this one. That is 0.0785 d square. Okay. For refraction, it is this much. Any numericals on? It is not there. I will take one numerical. Okay. The question is like this. Okay, just I will read the question. Just listen it. The following reciprocal leveling, the chances of getting this type of numericals also around 60% you will get. But if this time your exam is on MCQs, means they won't ask this type of questions. Okay, only rise and fall and height of the instrument they will ask. If the exam is on MCQs based, means they won't ask this type of questions because it is little bit lengthier. Okay, so the question is like this: the following reciprocal levels were taken with one level. Okay, determine the true difference in the elevation between A and B. A and B. The and yes, the reduced level of B is given. Determine, we have to determine the reduced level at B, and we have to determine the errors in the curvature and the refractions. Okay, just I will draw the question, write the question here. Yes, given one tabular column like this. Here it is reading. Here it is A at station A and station B. Instrument kept at station A, instrument kept at station B. Okay, if I draw Sorry, 1 second. Current has been went. Turning on the hotspot. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? One second. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So until power comes, explain in mobile only because Mobile data is also not that much strong to connect to the laptop. Okay. So question is, all were taken with the so this is an is my B A A. Here we can see at station my and I took the read for 2 now what I have checked my at station B. Start stage 0537 and whereas like to be station B B my you have what great me and now and what is that?